together and shaping the heart and soul of Fairfax with vision, compassion, determination, and under her leadership in January pledged numerous initiatives, most notably the beloved downtown tree planting and beautification project.
Happy festival.
An enduring
It certainly
legacy
is.
for sure.
A woman of remarkable integrity and dedication, Ingrid and her late husband Len made Fairfax their home in 1961 after working together in post-war Germany in a refugee resettlement office, an early testament to their shared commitment to humanitarian work and global citizenship.
Ingrid exemplifies the core values of Fairfax: a deep love for community, a commitment to service, and a passion for preserving what makes our town unique. She continues to inspire neighbors and friends with her warmth and wisdom, and still cherishes the multi-million-dollar view from Mount Tam, from the family home she's treasured for over 60 years. Fairfax thanks Ingrid Weiss for her steadfast leadership, enduring spirit, and immeasurable contribution to the place we all call home.
Our Grand Marshal, Ingrid, thank you so much.
That's my uncle in the 44 Williams Jeep. Oh, I met him.
Here's Richard Pedamonte driving a 1945 Willys Jeep that he's owned for over 60 years. It's one of the 5 old Jeeps owned by Rich and his brothers. Back in the 60s, his Jeep came in handy in Bolinas for lugging surfboards and fishing gear down to the beach. Hence the beach patrol sign, which fooled many county sheriff deputies who assumed it was official. Accompanying him are the Baywood Court kids. Wave, say hi. Woo!
Thank you, Richard.
Rich was the chairman of the festival for more years than he can remember. Thanks for all your service.
It's the Fairfax Town Council, ladies and gentlemen. Lisa, Stephanie, our mayor, our vice mayor, Barbara Kohler, member of the Town Council, and all of your friends and supporters. I think we have other members scattered throughout the parade. But
Jody Timms, thank you.
Oh, wow, coming out. Fantastic. Let's give it up for our Town Council.
Native Sons of the Golden West Fairfax Parlor was started in 1949, and their clubhouse is shared with the Canyon Swim and Tennis Club on Mitchell Drive in Fairfax. The Native Sons of the Golden West, the statewide organization, was founded in 1875 and is dedicated to preserving the history and progress of the state of California.
1923, the same age as Bob himself, over 100 years old. Nice going, Bob. Wow, unbelievable. And look at this, here's the American flag. A lot of people we know out there today. Hey guys, every year for the last 46 at least, right? And the bear flag. Cindy, Michael Ardito, there he is. Hi, Michael. Michael's with the Fairfax Open Space Committee, doing a lot of hard work for you. Thank you guys for coming out. We're very thankful it's not a blustery day.
Cindy Swift is out there too. Thank you for all you do for our town.
Wow. Thank you, guys.
Self-efficiency.
One-handed.
Fairfax Town Council, Michael McGalley. Michael, thank you so much for all of your contributions for the main stage and the cups this year's festival.
Frank Egger served on the town council from 1966 to 2005 with 7 terms as Fairfax mayor. He was California's first coastal commissioner appointed on December 7, 1972. He was just re-elected to the Fairfax Town Council in November of 2024. He's been working really hard, you guys. Hope you're watching all those town council meetings.
Yeah.
And Mike too. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And has anybody noticed, since Mike has relinquished and given the pizzeria over to his two sons, to his kids, how much better the pizza tastes? It's incredible.
Go say hi to Dave
Thank you for
Gargelli.
that, Michael. Thank you. Have fun this weekend, you guys.
I got to get down for Sierra.
Well, here it is. What an interesting whirly, huh? I wonder continually, can we get past our unexamined beliefs? Do we really need to fight over everything? Not selling anything, not buying anything, we just need
10-story building here.
be involved.
No high rise! Are we gonna let this happen in our town?
Sierra's really great at taking pictures. You go on Fairfax, only in Fairfax.
Right over the sky.
Passing out flowers.
Are we gonna let this happen in our town?
Just say no.
28. Global Main.
They're evil aliens from the British series Doctor Who that travel space and time intent on exterminating the Doctor and anyone else that gets in their way. The robotic RC Delphic was born at White Hill School 12 years ago with recycled material and reused parts
Sierra!
from a high school robot.
Son of a gun.
A good mix down here. Andrew would be afraid. No, I would just like talk to
Hey, I gotta find a place to sit down. This is the main stage area. Fairfax's own Woodstock coming up. I should get a picture of you guys taking a picture of this is
Nevada Art and Wine.
and Battles of the Bands. That would be an interesting history lesson to try to trace how many rock and roll bands through the years. You could find the, you would have had to been a permit from the town, you would think, or something that might could be feasible to find that out.
Yeah, there's a lot of culture there.
It's a lot of culture,
that's
huge
Fairfax's
culture.
history.
I know, it might go back to the late 50s. I mean, I don't know what they were doing.
To see how far back you could find records and
Yeah.
you'd actually be able to trace, 'cause,
Yeah.
I maybe even ask people for stories, My friend was in a band in high school, Battle of the Bands.
Wow.
So.
Know all the people at the historic, well, I don't know all of them. I know some of the people at the Historic Commission that we got to do a because he usually ends the history thing about 1970. And I think there's a lot of silver-haired people now in San Anselmo would be happy to share stories of the last 50 years or 60 years, because there's been a transition since 1970. Think about that. What is that? It sometimes seems maybe subtle because we don't notice change so easily when it's in front of our faces.
I was going to suggest that maybe people feel like things are so documented now, ever since the 90s and 2000s, that,
Right.
we have pictures of that era, we don't have to, document, we have to pass stories on in the same way,
Now, everybody knows that, so therefore I don't have to be the one to,
Or I don't need to know it because I can look it up on my phone.
Or, all right, more specific, down at the little children's center, they've laid down a artificial turf for the little kids to play on.
No.
Yeah, and I asked one of the employees, our director has looked at this and we know it's completely safe. I said, well, I hope so. Somehow I doubt it. And these are children, and the whole civilization is based on just like, oh, I think they know. I mean, I'm assuming that maybe you
I
slightly
feel like
understand
that's
with
more
me.
like you're inconveniencing me. We've already made a decision, and we don't want to be challenged on this.
Well, of course, yeah.
You know.
And you know, that's the way. I mean, I find myself being rather obnoxiously active sometimes and saying stuff, but I also find myself just zipping my lips, like many times, because don't want to be perceived as that guy as being, you know, kind of like challenging to too many things.
It's kind of a balance,
I
you know?
It's like, okay,
You have to
quiet
think
about
about where can I be effective. You know,
Right.
It also is someone receptive to
Right.
hearing my message.
Yeah.
Like, what's the reaction?
Where do you find any kind of a leverage to find that open space in somebody's
Yeah.
mind?
And it's tough because sometimes you just want to like go and just be like, all right, fine, whatever, it's not my thing. But then you worry about or see things kind of slipping, you know, where everyone's like, oh, well, astroturf is fine. This plastic is fine. Oh, it's fine just to throw stuff away. Oh, we don't need to recycle. And then you're just like, what's happening, you know?
Yeah. Or even deeper, in my opinion, on green energy and green power. We've got to think even deeper. We have to keep scrutinizing what's going on here.
No, definitely.
It's not like, I think these industrial wind farms on the East Coast, just from a, you know, I acknowledge I'm slightly prejudiced environmentalist, but it just seems the magnitude of the impact on these, in that world, the ecosystem, seems like just completely wrong.
Right.
Just like not.
The footprint that we seem to feel entitled to on the earth is out of balance.
Totally.
You know, outrageous. So
yes.
I feel like there's some kind of lack of conscience right now. And I've been trying to put my finger on it. I feel like it's caused by this, by staring at your phone all the time.
Wow.
And I feel like it's taking us out of the moment.
Right.
And I have this other idea that, they talk about Facebook and social media being the attention economy. So they want to get your attention.
Right.
Just like people who sell snack food, they talk about stomach share. Like, how can we increase the stomach share so people are eating 20-30% snacks?
Oh
right?
my God.
And this is like counter to what every, health food person, nutritionist will tell you.
Right.
So there's this attention economy, and it dawned on me that what happens when our attention is slurped up? We're not mindful of the things around us, so we're kind of taken out of this world, but it is stealing attention away from the people and things around us, like away from your dog, like from your pet. You're ignoring your pet, you're ignoring your family member or your friend because you're on the phone. And what's the result, and children also, and what's the result of attention being stolen away from our children?
That is, you're just hitting it. I don't have any children, and I'm not involved in that, that most intrinsic issue. As a matter of fact, though, I was just thinking about talking to more parents. But yeah, because this is what we do with our time. And for me, who has no other, sadly at this point, other human responsibilities in my immediate circle, I'm always saying, God, why am I spending so much time? How easy it is, just continually, sometimes delightfully, to go into that state. Anyways, So did you go to school to study some of your, Jerome? You were having this great talk with you, and I'm taping it.
I guess in a way, yeah. I had a dual emphasis, a double major, physical science and behavioral science and sociology. So part of that was, I just took all these classes I really liked at college, because I also work in computers, so I felt like, that was my career. But I've been a lifelong learner, really passionate about learning. And so they said, hey, if you just take these other couple classes, you could also major in this other thing. And so that ended up being cultural anthropology, sociology, Native American studies, some things like that I chose out. And I mean, it was actually really changed my perspective a lot to take a cultural anthropology class where you look at all different cultures and say there is no superior trait. We're all just doing that. And then if you want to help people or reach people, you have to reach them within the context of their society, right? You can't just say, what you're doing is wrong. You have to be able to reach them in another way. So, or
leave them alone. Let them respect their whatever they have. If anybody has something that seems to be in general not impacting or not harming other people's psyche, then you would think, well, maybe I should try to keep my culture a little bit away from them.
That could totally be a thing too. This one example that we studied was there were doctors who wanted to help cure a disease in another country, and they were performing a ritual where they would travel and eat part of the deceased family member's body, and they were passing on unknowingly prions disease, which is a malformed proteins mad cow disease. And it's you can't cook it out of the meat, just preserved there, and it can show up over neurodegenerative disease.
All right. I'm
30 years later.
Losing track of this. Did you say that our own, Anglo-Saxon European issues, I think, they haven't still addressed yet, which is our relationship. I think you were talking about our footprint of the land, or actually controlling or owning or developing the land. Yeah. I'm not necessarily against quote owning it, but
how do we? What's our relationship?
Yeah.
What's our responsibility?
Right. Right. What's our? I was going to think of if people could frame
our duty,
this, huh?
Our duty.
Our duty.
Right?
I'm all right. Here's what I was thinking. It's a good. Not only our duty, but how about this? Our business, our reason for being alive, our connection with being alive it's our business. But anyways, it's the big unknown, I guess, is the unknown itself.
How about the big mystery?
The big mystery itself is so powerful in terms of the goodness that it provides us, right?
Yeah. And I think that's actually a really positive thing, because I think that when we, remind ourselves of that thing, or when we return to source, I think that, and that kind of ties into the nature thing, returning to nature. I think that we have a sense of wellness when we return to that place. And when we return back to source, we don't feel dissonant. That's for sure.
Wow. I'm just enjoying my ride with you, morning ride. That's good. Jerome Draper, the second junior, or dare I say?
I'm the fourth, actually.
Oh, good. Good to hear. I was afraid, because I was a junior, and I was always sort of like, it always grated on me. I don't know why. I had this psychological problem. But good, so you're the fourth. Technically, I'm the fifth guy Wheeler. But then
really cool. This is going to be a bit of cultural documentation.
I'm gonna try to share this that little phrase, put it together.
Yeah.
But you were just,
we like to call it flow state, right? So you see athletes, and we pay to watch people get into that state, right? Where they're so connected with what they're doing, they're in flow. And you mentioned when there's more than one person, right? And there's almost like a synchronizing of the brains or something, isn't it? So they're in that flow, and we do the same things you said for musicians.
Right.
You're seeing the similarity between musicians and athletes.
Right. And here's what I was thinking of on that same vein, but on a way different tangent. You might know synchronous fireflies. Have you heard of them?
No.
They exist in Southeast Asia in certain zones, and they will go off and connect into a synchronicity of on, off. It probably shouldn't be advertised too much, because I think it's somewhere in Cambodia, and it might be a limited zone. And beautiful. All right. I like Charlie's one. Okay, this is the winner here. Oh, Austin. You see, when I find out who the artist is, it always adds.
How old is Austin?
Austin's a young guy, and I'm glad he won. I mean, he's a great human being.
I like that one.
I think he plays
Trees.
bass for the
like
famous
that one with
band.
trees.
Drummer for the Monophonics. Oh, he's toured Europe, and his dad is a great bass player. He's played around here for years too. So he's definitely part of the, you know, well, probably everybody is.
How did you learn it? Did you do just
The organization to talk to the people of Fairfax. Not that you, I'm sure you have very good training, but you can't
It's different information.
answer like, you know, like deep questions from frustrated environmentalists, like, you know.
No, yeah, it's basically how to dispose of different things that you have around
Right,
your house. And then
right.
the oil program that's what we're promoting today.
Yeah. All right, well, it's something, and it's.
Send us an email. Send them an email.
Thank you. And a lot of it is sometimes, I hate to say it, because I had the camera on. I shouldn't do that. But my own damn laziness. It doesn't get. Sometimes I get pretty annoyed at something, and all it would take is like a letter sometimes to share your opinion
What you
that
think.
might make a difference.
Yeah, sure.
And I'm sometimes have not done that.
You should.
Oh my God,
You
there's
should. Today's
so
a
many
sign.
things
It's
to
the
do
sign
in this
today.
Zero waste movement. This is a very important organization, right? Is this the leading environmental organization in all of Marin County? I wonder. I should ask them that question first. Are you? We'd like to have an interview.
I know, right?
All right, see ya. Anytown USA, whoever they represent now.
Well, is it this one in particular or other ones that you...
Well, I'm questioning what, it's almost like, to me it's like, how do you not be a consumer? How do you protect your community like you love it? Walk. I mean, I would have a big walking thing up there, like, and then local everything. Like, but that does
I can
turn
see
me
where
off
that-
there.
Yeah, that-
I mean, even though maybe they're saying that this is bad. No, they say that's green.
Yeah, this would have
That's
been
good.
the better choice to homelessness, but I get you.
All
I
right.
think it's a good
All
point,
right.
especially
Do
now
you
that
work for Anytown or?
No. We're a group of volunteers called Green Change,
Yeah.
and we're just helping people to find ways to go green. And this is one you disagree with, and I respect that.
Oh, okay. All right.
But
But
yeah,
so
we're
I
just
just
kind
know
of-
your organization is though like a commission.
Volunteer.
I have a
no,
question.
No, totally.
What's the other option for the housing here?
Homelessness.
Oh,
homelessness.
yeah. I mean, that's
Yeah. But I know that's a big issue in Fairfax right now.
It's a big issue on the planet.
Yeah,
And it's
it
like,
is a big
well,
A lot of people.
you know, how much energy will that consume just to build it for the rest of its life? And who are all those people that claim they need to live in Fairfax?
What do you think they should do?
I think it should be. I think we're upside down on this planet. Responsibility starts with individuals and communities, and boom, get government, corporations, get the bleep back. We're desperate. I think we have to understand that sustainability will come out of people's own sense of survival almost, because we're so screwed by this.
Our environment, what does it mean?
I know, but there is, because we're still alive. We're all breathing.
You didn't really come up with a solution.
What, a solution? I don't know. I think we have to simply, we have to stand up to when a corporation would to tell this.
Corporate owned, is that what you're saying?
I'm giving that as it's actually government, but it's a government corporate a combination fronted by compassion or a vision that, oh, what are we going to do with all these millions of people? They should have a right to come here. And we have to have a different view, because that's not compassion anymore. We're going to create a disaster for ourselves. It's not going to be good for our children. You know, we have something beautiful. And I think we have to, number one, I don't live in this
Do
town.
you think urban sprawl? I'm just looking at their options.
But we're not going to have
Urban sprawl.
we're not going to have suburban sprawl here.
Yeah.
We got developed. That's not even an option. You know. And as a matter of fact, when they started building the houses on the
They're a very good driver.
I think we have to vote no on certain things. Like these new cities are just not a good idea. And when you think about
We live in San Anselmo.
right, and we're supposed to come up with 833 units, and so So
where are all this? Where are the cars going to go? Where are the? I mean, where are the?
I just like, will you identify who are these people who are going to be moving here, and what job are they going to have here?
I don't know.
You know, can we just like, let's be clear about that. I just want to, before we,
No, I know.
and then if I go to Craigslist, I can find places to rent right now in Fairfax and I saw a $1,600 cottage. Oh my God, $1,600 individual unit. I mean, you know. Excuse me. Wrong way.
Ain't nobody feeling no pain. I done look in my Texas, ain't nobody feeling no Thank you so much. Thank you. We have a tip jar here.
Oh, what's up, guy? Hey, not much. I'm up. It's beautiful. Yeah.
It's the festival.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, hammock and water. Probably not going to find a hammock, but I got to find the water. Yeah.